out slot cars and they'd get to race. And one gentleman walked in and he says, "Wow, this is incredible. I remember these." And he goes, I'd like to have one." And I kind of told him about my track, and he said, "Well, how about if I come over? Can I see it?" And he came over and he's like, "Wow, this is incredible." Because I had the scenery and all this stuff and elevations. He's like, "Well, how much for one of these?" And I said, "Geez, I don't know. I could possibly build you a third of it." And he goes, "Well, how much?" I said, $4,000. He goes, "Okay." And I'm like, $4,000? This dude's going to pay me. I'm leaning against my dryer.
I hope he's not watching now, but yeah.
No,
okay.
yeah. Well, no, I mean, I think now he feels that he's pretty fortunate because he could probably sell for more, but
number one track? Slotcars number one track?
So I went out to his house. He had a 5-car garage, and I was building it on site, and that's when the light went off about, okay, these kind of larger scale tracks for interactive racing and bring more of the diorama to it. When people ask me, "What do you do for a living?" And if I say, "I built slot car tracks," and they're like, "Well, what are those?" And I'll just say, "You ever been in a museum and seen a train display?"
Yeah.
Picture that with slot cars going around.